Welcome to Grilling to Get Away, the podcast for backyard grillers who want to escape the everyday and fire up the flavor. Whether you're a seasoned pitmaster or just learning your way around the grill, we're here to share tips, tricks, and recipes that will make your next BBQ unforgettable. We'll talk meats, marinades, and even some mouth-watering sides. Plus, we'll answer your grilling questions and dive into everything you need to turn your backyard into the ultimate grill zone. So grab your tongs, fire up that grill, and let's get started. This is Grilling to Get Away, your go-to podcast for all things barbecue. Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Greg, your co-host to the Grilling to Get Away podcast. Here's my buddy.
What's happening, everyone? This is Ben.
Ben, welcome back. We're talking game day or barbecue spreads today.
Good.
Yeah.
One of my favorites.
One of your favorite topics. How to put together a barbecue spread for, if you're having a party or maybe just for yourself.
I like that idea.
Yeah, you like
man.
that idea where it's just yourself?
Kind of, yeah. I'm okay with that.
Okay. Well, if you're new to the program, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. But we at the Grilling to Get Away podcast, we talk about all things barbecue and grilling, what we're doing in the backyard, and we appreciate having you. So before we jump into barbecue spreads, did you get a chance to get out and grill over the weekend?
Just a little bit, man. Did some, I told you we were going to do like the buffalo chicken dip. That's a staple in our household for the Super Bowl.
How'd it go?
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Solid. Real good. Just smoked up the chicken and then did everything else separate. So that way it wasn't like all smoked and stuff. Like you just got like kind of smokiness from like the chicken.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did some Chex Mix too.
Okay.
Can't go wrong. So that was it, dude.
It
was awesome. It was like, it was great. Easy day for the Super Bowl and stuff. Like Ken's had a game later in the afternoon. So I did it in the morning and kind of got everything put together and ready. And then came home and we threw the rest of it in the oven and just got ready for the game.
Nice.
Yeah.
Man, anything different that you did this time that you tried something new?
Well, so like I said, I did it all, mixed it all up together beforehand, then threw it back in the fridge.
Yeah.
And so it all kind of got to sit in there and, got to know
Get
each
a little
other.
bit more smokiness to it, huh?
Yeah. And so it's all, I'll do it all and, do the chicken and stuff and get the other stuff together and then throw it in the oven right away. So, but with her having a game, her game was 3:45. And, but we were home by 5.
Yeah.
So it worked out great.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's like, who scheduled this game?
Right, yeah.
You kidding me?
Yeah.
But no, it was fine. So did all the prep and stuff, and all I had to do was come home, turn the oven on, throw it in there and stuff. They crushed that stuff, man. They were like, yeah, this is the best one.
You put it on crackers or you were like chips?
Just like tortilla chips, man. Super simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
It's really spicy or just regular kind of buffalo?
Just regular kind of buffalo. Not trying to do anything.
Yeah.
They like the kind of the medium.
Sure.
Just more your traditional, easy. So yeah, man, that was.
That makes sense.
That was it. We did some steaks. We did some steaks and baked potatoes on Friday night.
Wow.
Some T-bones.
T-bones.
We're testing out a new rub, so
we are
trying something new. So we're playing. Just kind of, I was like, all right, let's. I want to test this one out and see where it's at.
So what do you think on the beef?
It's good. It's good. There's certain things, like I said, there's just kind of playing with the ratios, what makes sense, where it's not overly peppery or overly garlicky, kind of find the medium, what do we want to do? We want to add have a sweeter profile to it and stuff. So it's kind of you know how it goes, man. It's just
playing around with stuff,
which
see
is
how
awesome.
It goes. Yeah.
So
no,
and then plus it's
testing
a great
it out
excuse.
on a T-bone is a little risky, maybe. Well, I guess if you've been doing it as long as we have, it's okay, right? Because if you're just starting out,
you give me too much credit here,
okay,
Greg.
here you go.
Too much credit.
But if you're just starting out, maybe we say maybe test it on some chicken bites or something. Although chicken's kind of expensive now too.
You know what? I went for it. I
All
was
right.
like, all right, well, this is gonna.
I like the confidence. I like the confidence.
Just jumped in. So.
Okay. And good. You enjoyed it?
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, now it's just kind of refining it, I guess.
Yeah.
So about it.
That's the process.
Yeah.
Start somewhere and then continue to try and get better.
Well, keyword try.
Every day.
Keyword
try to get better. Yeah.
1 step forward, 5 steps back.
That's for sure.
What about you, man?
Man, I got out quite a bit. We had the boys' birthday party, so the family came over on Saturday, and we did a bunch of burgers.
Yeah, you sent me a picture of the hockey
I did,
pucks.
yeah.
They look good.
Dude, I was 6 pounds of ground beef, and I used my burger press, so I made some thicker ones, Yep. So it was about a third of a pound. Or
good sized burgers, man.
Good sized burgers.
How many did you get out of that? 6 pounds.
Well, let's see.
No,
it must have been less. No, it must have been like me. I got 24 patties. So
okay.
So a lot of patties, but they're thicker patties.
Yeah.
About a quarter to half inch. Some are a little bit bigger. And so I used the burger press, so they're nice and even. So it had even cooking, and I threw a little bit of hickory in there as well. So turned out real nice, real good. I didn't really do too much to it. Well, nothing special. I just used the ground beef I got from the cow, and then I seasoned it with some garlic seasoning and then some of our downrange savory seasoning, and that was it.
You do like Worcestershire sauce or anything like that?
Nope. That was it for the burgers, man. Kept it really simple.
Nice.
And then just grilled them over the charcoal and a little bit of hickory wood chips.
Nice.
So just
wood
a hint
chips, not chunks. Huh?
Yeah, no, just because it was be a quick cook. It didn't take too long once you get out there on the burger, so a couple minutes per side, and then that was it. And so brought them in, and
so let's talk about that, man. Because you were using the Weber, right?
I sure was.
Yeah,
it was the most loaded I've ever had with burgers.
That's what I was going to ask
24
you. Like, kind of how did you navigate that? Because that's not always easy to do, right? Like you're shuffling burgers, you want to make sure they're all cooking evenly. Did you were you doing like indirect or like kind of had your coals off to the one side and like what was like your rotation process?
So I had a 2-zone fire, so I had the coals on one side and the cool side on the other side. So I did it in batches of 8. So what happened was I put 8 patties on first.
Right over the coals?
Right over the coals, a couple minutes per side. Mm-hmm. This first batch, I knew I was going to be moving because I wanted to take all the patties in at the same time. Like I didn't want to really do like a rotation too much where some people were eating and some people weren't. So I tried to be consistent with it. So then I moved, I did it less for this first batch because I knew they were going to be on the grill a little bit longer.
Well, and it's hotter right away.
Right. Yeah. So I just wanted the char factor, so I wanted to seal them off. So I put them directly over the coals, flipped them after a few minutes, so both sides got a nice little char going. But then I moved them to the cool side, and then I brought the next batch of 8 on, and I did that all the way through until I went through 24.
Nice.
So about 3 batches, and
good math.
Yeah, thank you. I had to count them with all my hands and my toes, and so then because I was still running out of space on the cool side.
Right.
So I had to stack them.
I know. I saw that.
Yeah. So I stacked them on top of each other. So I had a little bit more maneuver of room in case I needed to move any of those newer ones over quickly if it flared up or anything. But I kept the lid on it, so I didn't have any flare ups or anything.
Did you have vents fully open on both sides?
About fully open.
Okay.
Yep. So this was a high heat. I was looking maybe for 400. So I let it cool down just a little bit. And so I wanted to make sure that I had a nice enough heat to get through all 3 batches because I was opening the lid quite a bit just because I was shuffling things around.
That's why I asked, because that's tricky too, right? Because obviously it's not like where you're charring them up and then you're gonna let them smoke for a half hour or whatever. Because you're constantly when you're coming with 8 more, 8 more, 8 more, right?
Yeah.
And you're pulling the lid and then you got to watch those and you don't want those to go for 6 minutes because now they're gonna dry out and stuff, and it's so that's kind of tricky to navigate.
Yeah, I will say the last batch probably got a little bit drier because
ketchup's for, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I put some cheese on some of them, so we had.
So you can tell.
Well, no, that's the reason because then I had to spread them back out at the end, so I had to put some cheese on some of them, and I put it on the cooler side, so then I put the lid down. So that means the last batch was over the coals a little bit longer. So overall, you could barely tell they were great, and it was a good cook. Navigating that many patties on one 22-inch kettle.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
It takes a little bit of practice. It wasn't my first time, with a lot, so I knew, okay, I'm just going to stack these here, let them go a little bit longer. So I'm not going to cook them as hot right away. So those are just things you pick up along the way.
Yeah, I'd say like that's good too, because I've done it in the past, like when I'm doing stuff like that where I would put them all on, right?
Yeah.
And that's hard to do because now you're flipping these ones, rotating these ones moving here, and it's like that's not. I wouldn't do that again.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, like that was probably the max amount I would go on like that, unless I was doing like a rotation, which eventually you could start like doing like have people eat in kind of
waves.
Yeah, waves.
Yeah, gotcha.
So
it's funny too, man, because nowadays like when you buy a grill, it's like it tells you like the surface area, but then it tells you like fits 8 or like whatever 20. 28 patties this size, right? Like, so it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Give me some perspective on that, which I like.
Yeah.
I need that kind of like, oh, now I can see.
Yeah.
But our burgers are typically a little bigger, you know?
Yeah. And so I was using the burger press. My dad came a little bit early. So he was there when I was making the press. I was pressing him out. And so I was just kind of talking to him, like, sharing like my technique for that. You know, it was pretty simple, obviously. Like, you press all the air out. But then I was like, well, maybe I'll like, so then I did like a quick review and I put that on our YouTube page. So if you want to go, you could go check it out, like of the tool that I use.
Do you ever have an issue with it sticking at all?
No, man. So that's why I said, well, part of my review is like, I use a piece of parchment paper on top. So when I press it down and get all, press it down in there, I can just take the parchment paper off and then pop it out. And sometimes I've seen other people like spray it with like Pam or like cooking spray or whatever. So you could do that definitely on the bottom too, but no, I mean, it's really simple. You make nice, even patties. So, like, again, when you're cooking a bunch of patties, like, you don't have to worry about the size difference. Like, one cooking faster than the other. They're all the same size. So that's why I like it. And, last year was the year of the smash burger, so I just did smash burgers all the time.
Yep.
I've kind of gone back to making traditional patties, at least for the time being, because, you get a nice thicker patty. Sometimes you like to have that nice bite into it.
Yeah.
But then I did wings on Super Bowl Sunday.
Oh, I know we're talking.
Yeah, and
did you go dry rub?
I sure did.
Nice.
Yeah, so I cut the wings up, a nice family pack. So I got them, and I cut them up into drums and flats, and seasoned it with a little bit of. So I did. So this one I put Worcestershire sauce in it. I put some soy sauce. I put a little bit of our garlic habanero hot sauce, and then some spicy seasoning.
Woo!
And then I mixed that all up, and I let that marinate for about 2 hours.
Nice.
And then I did indirect grilling on those for about an hour, using some hickory chips again, and just crisped them up over the coals at the end. And
did you do all the same? All
of them the same. Yeah. And I got the compliment. Hey, these are really good. Like, these are do again ones.
We got any ranch to dip it in?
Yeah. No ranch, man. They were going to town without the ranch.
Good.
So and that one too, I did a video on it. I put it on the YouTube, so if you want to go out and you can see my process and how I did it. But that was a good cook, man. Like, they looked great, and I didn't sauce them at all. They had a nice crunch to them because I put them right over the coals at the end, and real juicy inside, man. And I've been watching some tutorials. Like, I think we talked about the wings last week too, but like some people go up to like 190 on the internal temperature of them, and so I did that. I went up to that high on them. And it was still nice and juicy inside.
How many did you check?
I checked a good handful. I checked the thicker ones.
Yeah, okay.
Because, with the flats, you can see because the bone starts pulling back. Yep. So with the thicker, like the drums, like I wanted to make sure it was done inside. So then I checked. I was like, oh, this is. Yeah. Okay. But, some were like, some people go to 170 or whatever. 165, it's done. But, again, some people go higher end. And so I kind of tested that out. And nice and juicy still, man. Nice crispy bite. And like I said, I put that video out there if you're interested. Go see my process, and I talk through it. But that was like really simple, man. And the soy sauce, the Worcestershire sauce paired with the garlic habanero and the spicy seasoning, a nice smooth heat. Nothing that's overwhelming, like that's gonna make your mouth start on fire. Nothing like hot ones or anything like that.
No. How much of the hot sauce did you put in? Like a tablespoon? Did you do like
man,
or did you just like go for
dude?
real?
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
I barely measured, man. So I just like
feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah. Just like that's about right. This one was like just whatever I felt like doing. So I'll say it's probably like 6 or 7 shakes, and you can go back and watch the video and see. But. Okay. Yes, and then same thing with the spicy seasoning, man. Like, it just put a bunch in there, and then I let it marinate in the fridge for a couple hours. And
just have it like in a big bag.
Yeah, bag. got the air out of it so it could, adhere. And I pulled them out and I put them out of the bag. There's really no moisture in there because I didn't put too much, and I think the spicy seasoning helped coat, absorb some of that moisture. So like I pulled them out and like the skin looked nice and dry, so the seasoning adhered to the skin.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I don't need to pat these down or anything. So I just hit them a little bit more with some seasoning and then put them on. Solid cook. And I did some jalapeno poppers in the oven.
For the birthday party or for the game?
For the game, Super Bowl,
okay.
yeah. And
kept those for yourself.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the boys had asked, like, can we do some poppers for the birthday? And I was like, we got a lot of food for, like, burgers and a bunch of other stuff. Yeah. So, like, let's save the poppers for, the game. So.
Did you make those on the day before or just the morning of?
The morning of, like the poppers were super simple, man. Like you eat cream cheese. Again, this was when I put soy sauce in a lot of my stuff. Like so, I put soy sauce in the mixture, and then in a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, and then this one I used our Southwest seasoning, and then wrapped it in bacon and put some Southwest seasoning on the outside.
On the outside of the bacon.
Yep.
I like that.
Yeah. So I in the past I usually do like a sweet heat, but this time I was like I saw one of our buddies, Jason, who got our sample pack. He was doing the Southwest seasoning on some poppers. Like, oh, I'm going to try that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was, so Jason, if you're listening, man, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That was a little inspiration. I did the same thing.
Nice, man.
Well, let's jump into it here, man. Barbecue spreads. So, I came out of my house the other day. It was sunny. I saw my shadow. So that means, 6 more weeks of winter and then we're going to get back into it. So
you're the groundhog.
Yeah. That's how I go. It's about the same thing, right?
It's about average.
Yeah. So, we're going to be getting into it, but we just came off of Super Bowl where there's spreads everywhere, and then also now pitchers and catchers report today, I think.
Ooh.
So
now we're
talking. Getting into maybe some tailgating again, and going into the spring season, man. We got to start thinking about what we're going to be putting out there when we're grilling and barbecuing for others. So when you think about barbecue spreads, man, what comes to mind for you?
I guess it kind of depends. It depends on like where I'm at, who's coming over. How many people are coming.
Now, so when we go, like, we were just doing the Super Bowls, just for the families. So what kind of spread did you have there? Was it just the dip?
Just the dip, man.
Okay.
That was it. Like the dip and the Chex Mix. Like I said, like that was it. Mm-hmm. We made up some pizzas.
Okay.
So we had that was it.
All right. We did a little bit more. So we had the wings. We had the poppers. Then the wife did some salsa. And then the boys love nachos. So then she, did some nachos. It wasn't like anything fancy, but that was kind of like the game day spread for us there. Not necessarily as much barbecue, but just kind of like the finger
all could have been barbecue though, man. Like if you think about it, right? Like you could have smoked like the vegetables for the salsa, the nachos, easy day. You just throw that in like either a tin pan or like cast iron, man. There's a lot of options there. Yeah. Like it could all be grilled, right? Yeah. Like it could all be done on the smoker and stuff like that. So
and that's a good point. Like yesterday, so it was Crosby's birthday, so he gets to pick, and of course, like he loves Buffalo Wild Wings, so like for his birthday dinner, he had that. But they got the nachos, and
the nachos at Buffalo Wild Wings.
He had wings and nachos, man. Yeah, like so, we just had we just had that the day before, but it was the same thing. So, but he loves that. So, but that's what they do. Like they put like grilled chicken on top of their nachos and all this kind of other stuff. Yep. So, a lot of options. You'd be able to do that. Smoke it a little bit.
Yep.
Smoke the cheese. Or
just smoke the chicken.
The queso.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a buddy text me on the Super Bowl. He told me he was doing like a queso with using venison.
Oh yeah.
It's like, oh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
And he even kept it super simple. He's like, oh, I just got just the queso dip and I'm putting venison in it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Awesome. Right. Sounds delicious.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it depends on, man, like who's all coming over, how many people you're having. Like I know like when we've done like birthday parties in the past and like, I've done like pulled chicken sandwiches and stuff. Like to me, like that's super simple. And you provide the buns, you just cook up a bunch of chicken and stuff, shred it all up. And then people can put what they want on it, right? Yeah. It can be like barbecue sauce. They can do buffalo, ranch. I don't care. Here's cheese. Here's pickles. Here's onions. Like here's your spread. You know what I'm saying?
And that's kind of what I do with the wings. Like I don't like to sauce them. Like if you want sauce, hey, here's the wings, nice dry rub. You can eat it like this, or you can sauce it yourself.
Did they sauce it?
No, man, they were really good. Just like I usually don't like. I'm very critical of my own work sometimes. I was like, man, these are pretty good.
Yeah.
So I was I know a thing or two, I guess. So it was nice to see that finally come to fruition in my mind.
Only how many years later now?
About 20 years later doing it. So. If you're new to the game, there's still time.
It's that
you never are satisfied with your own cooks.
It's the long game. It's the long. We're in it for the long game.
Yeah. But so what are some things like when you're having people over then like that like you gotta have like for some people it's like I need to have and this is something I saw over Super Bowl too like this whole barbecue sauce and jelly like and then the meatballs. Have you ever had those before? I see it all the time. I totally forgot about it until I saw people doing it a lot. But like you do like grape jam and you do some barbecue sauce. Of course, they're using like Sweet Baby Ray's or something like that. You put it in the crock pot and then you have like meatballs or whatever.
My uncle has a recipe like that, and he like this is like it's like one of those he never gives to anybody. And like I want to say we were at one of my cousin's weddings or something like that, and he gave it to my wife. So we do have it. I think it's one of those I'm probably not allowed to share.
Okay.
But
why?
It's like one of those
proprietary.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to look at it.
It's got a little whiskey in there. Got some.
No, whiskey's mine.
Okay.
Inside. Yeah. No. I'm trying to remember. Like we haven't done like when I've done meatballs lately. I've been doing like the meatball like subs, like just sandwiches and some marinara sauce and cheese and stuff like.
That's a good idea too. Just some mini sliders for that.
And you just smoke up. You can just smoke the meatballs like a little bit and stuff, and then pop it in like you said, like the crock pot and stuff. Like, it's awesome. Little like mozzarella cheese in there. Toast up the buns a little bit, or like the subs.
Now, what's something that you have to have?
Something that I have to have, man. Like if we're having like a party or something.
Yeah, if you're having people over, you're like, man, I need to have this. Or like if you're going somewhere like and you're like,
this is what you're gonna bring.
Or that, or like. Why don't they have this here? Like this is like,
man. For me, like I love chips and salsa.
Yeah,
like I love chips and salsa. Like
it's easy.
Yep, it's easy, and there's so many different things you can do with it.
Yeah,
yeah. I'd say probably chips and salsa for me is like I'm gonna have this. I'm gonna have it out. Whether I make the salsa or not just kind of varies. Depends like how much time I have. If I'm cooking a bunch of other stuff too, I'd prefer to do it like that. Like I think this summer is really when my wife and I started like playing a lot more, like doing our own salsa and stuff like that. It was awesome. For me, man, chips and salsa, I think that's probably one of my favorite snacks. If I'm at home, like I'm kind of munch on something like chips and salsa.
For me, man, it's always like a cheese platter, like
a cheese platter,
sausage, cheese, some crackers. Like I know if I'm hosting, like I'm gonna have something along those lines, right? So I had some venison sticks and some jerky when we had the birthday party the other day. Yeah. So I always like cutting that stuff up. It's something easy to grab.
Yep.
So
cheese good. Meat good. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The boys were crushing the Gardettos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So they were that, and they always they love their Pringles. So
love the Pringles. They're a specific kind.
They're not
all of them
picky. Yeah.
Yeah. That's funny, man. Yeah, Gardettos can't go wrong. Chex Mix to me, man, lately has been kind of a big go-to.
Crushing that.
Yeah, we've been making that a lot.
Yeah.
Between the two of us, I feel like it's been a lot.
You smoke it. You can put it in the oven. You can season it with however you want it.
I didn't even add anything to it. All I had was the Chex.
Yeah.
Because I was kind of thinking about, like, man, when I grab a bag of Chex Mix, like, what do I actually like out of this? You know what I'm saying? Like
the rye chips,
Like, I swear to God, I'll grab a bag of Chex Mix, like, for me. Like, if we're going to, like, an event or something, like, and then somehow, like, it'll be, like, a 2-day event, and I'll still have, like, a bunch left, right? And I'll come home, and I'll pass out, like, hey, I got this bag of Chex Mix, whatever. Well, then, like, 2 days later, I'll go in and go eat it, and I swear to God, there's nothing but the flipping pretzels left in there. I'm like, who the hell kind of monster did this? You reach in, you grab a handful, and you eat it.
Yeah. Or you pull out a bowl.
Yeah. No, don't pull out a bowl because then you're going to separate it. You're going to separate the pretzels. You're not going to eat them and you're going to put them back.
So I was like, this you can pick what you want.
Yeah. So I was like, you know what? I love the Chex Mix. That's probably my favorite part of the Chex Mix. Okay. So I'm like, well, I'm just making it with the Chex Mix.
Yeah, I like the rye chips.
Just the Chex.
You know,
Well, yeah, you can't go wrong with those either.
Yeah, we like when I was making it, put a little bit of rye, put a lot of rye chips in there, a lot of Chex Mix in there.
Yeah, I've done with spicy peanuts.
Oh yeah, yeah. So that's definitely but like when we were catering and when we went and did that grad party, what kind of spread? Do you remember what else we had out there? So what kind of spread did they have out there? So we had the pig. We were roasting a pig.
They did mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese. Okay.
We did the chickens.
We did the chickens.
We did the baked beans.
The baked
Remember
beans.
the beans?
Yeah. Big old tins of baked beans.
Yeah. Yeah, and we poured honestly, we didn't really do anything too crazy with the beans. We just got one of those giant
cans.
quart size, cans of bushes baked beans. And then I poured a whole bottle of QRF in there and then seasoned it with some sweet
bold
heat.
sauce. Man, you can't that's great. Yeah.
And it just adds that awesome barbecue flavor to it. And then we smoked it for 45 minutes an hour.
Yeah, we put it right by the pig there. And
first we did it on.
We did it. You did it on your
Weber
smoker
before we left.
Before we left,
and we let it ride, just sit and just roll.
Get some smoke there because we had the open pit, so it wasn't getting really catch much smoke once we were outside.
Right, and then they had done this. The kid whose grad party it was, he did mac and cheese. Yeah. So then when he brought that over, and we kind of warmed it up by the coals and stuff like that. And then I think they just had salad and stuff
Yeah. So and again the best thing about it, if you're hosting, you can kind of decide what you want. And then if you have people bring stuff for the birthday party or whatever, oh yeah, would you be willing to bring this and this or whatever? So that's always anything out of the ordinary, things sometimes if you run out of, you're oh dang it, we ran out. So we ran out of plates, man. So having extra plates on hand would have helped, utensils, maybe having a stash of that. But what else? What other things do you think when you think barbecue spread, man, and you're doing it yourself or you're going somewhere? What are you thinking?
Man, I love what you talk about all the time too, having snacks out, because sometimes these cooks can take a bit depending on what you're doing. If it's you're doing a turkey, you're doing even a pork butt or whatever, you're doing a brisket, or you're gonna do shredded beef sandwiches using a chuck roast. I love having some smoked snacks, smoked Chex Mix, or not Chex Mix, Cheez-Its. Yeah. Just walk by. I love snacking like that. Just being able to walk by, grab a handful, and then get back out to the grill and stuff. I think that's huge. For me too, it's always hard because it's you always have people that don't think pepper's spicy and stuff. So it's kind of trying to figure out, that's why I love using either pop smoke, our Memphis style, or downrange for our savory rub. That's not, there's no heat to them. You can cook, you can kind of play with anything, put them on just about anything.
Yeah, and then you can let people,
and then if you want to add a spice to it.
So so having those condiments out there, the sauces or the hot sauces or whatever other seasonings. A lot of times we like to talk about I'm making it so you'll eat what I make, but at the same time we kind of we know because we've been out there, we're oh, I don't like spice, or so we gotta play that game of being cordial and a good host. So we don't want to make sure we want to make sure that we have something everybody can eat, especially if we're taking time to make it. Yeah.
Or if I'm doing something too, if it's just my parents in town, I've done the party ribs and stuff like that. 'Cause my dad had never had those, so or my mom, and I was my mom loves ribs. So it's all right, well I got something I want to show you this, right? So.
Crush it.
But so I did two different kinds. So you have options too, right? It's not just hey, here's what it is. Yeah. Here, try this one. This one's gonna be spicier. This one's more on the mild side. So, this is how I did this batch. This is how I did this batch, and just kind of separated, or 3 different options, right? So that's kind of my go-to as well. If I'm doing something like that, wings, right, and I'm doing a whole bunch, I want to make sure I've got kind of it covered for a little bit of something for everybody.
Yeah, got to be a good host so people want to come back, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, but it's. I think it's kind of more for me at times as well.
Keeps it easier.
Well, not even. It's probably easier to just do all the same ones,
Right. Yeah.
It's probably easier, but I think it's more man, I just did crush 3 different kinds of wings, you know. You see this?
You like that?
Yeah. Huh?
It's like a game you play with yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
It's kind of like the burgers, man.
And
like,
literally, that's what I'm saying.
How many burgers can I fit on this thing?
Yeah.
That's the art of it, I guess you could say. Like,
yeah.
Like making sure that you are navigating a bunch of food and then also making sure it still tastes good. So that's why I give a lot of credit to a lot of these guys that are out there doing like the pop-ups and things like that, because there's a lot of moving pieces.
Catering.
There's a lot of moving pieces to that, and to make it all taste good, that's a skill.
Well, and to get it done at a certain time too, right? Especially if
Yeah.
you're catering for weddings and stuff. It's not. You can't necessarily just be like, well, the meat's done when it's done. It's like, hey, dinner's at 4, you know? And I think too, like we, when we did the pig and stuff, like it was like they wanted to eat around like 3, right? And I was like, okay, we'll get it. We'll make sure it's done by 3. Like you said too, it becomes like a game. It becomes a game. Like if I'm hosting and stuff, like it's kind of like, well, you know, that's a bit of a different story.
Sure.
If you're cooking for like a lot of people, or you know, I do try and set like kind of a time. I don't want people staying over until midnight. Yeah, like if it's for like one of the kids' birthdays and we have family and stuff, like I don't want to do that. Like where, you know, people get there at like 11, 12, and then we don't eat until like 8. Like I'm not here for that. Like, you know, and I'd say too, like you can, if you know, pretty much in advance, right, that people are coming, right? So like do as much prep work ahead of time. Have an idea. Like, and usually like what you just said with Crosby too, right? Like this is what he wants. Like it's not my day, it's the kids' parties and stuff. Like, hey, I'll float ideas out and stuff. Be like, what do you want? You want ribs? Like, how should we roll? How should we do them? Right? Like today's about you. It's not about me. I'll cook for you all day though. Right? So, you know, what should we do? Should we smoke up some like chocolate chip cookies today too for this? Like, kind of do something a little bit different, like, but like, and have some like regular stuff. Obviously, not a smoked chocolate cake because, you know.
Well, you could use that as an opportunity to get better. Yeah.
Don't do that. It was a damn good cake, and I stick to that.
Yep, it's great.
But like it was fun too, right? Like, so to me, I can't say. It's more about like the kids and stuff, and like, hey, what do you want? What do you want me to cook up for today for you? Yeah, you know, today's about you. How should we do this? And like, and now that they're getting like a little bit older, I can involve them a little bit more, which is always cool. Like, how should we do this? Let's talk through this. Like, what season do you want me to run on these? This is kind of what I'm thinking. What do you think? Right? Like, and kind of ultimately let them make that kind of final say. But if it's stuff for like the Super Bowl or you're having a party over, well, then that's a little bit different. I mean, I'll still look to them and be like, hey, we got this many people coming over. How many of this do you think we should do? Yeah. What do you think if we do this? Like, oh, yeah, let's do that. Sounds great. I'm going to need your help.
So if you had one tip to give to somebody, like if we were out at an event and somebody is thinking about hosting their first, you know, barbecue or whatever, for people coming over, what would be like your number one tip to them?
I don't know if you could have like a number one, but it'd be like multiple. Like, know what you're cooking ahead of time, and do as much prep before like everyone gets there.
Sure.
Like, so that way, because you know, man, like when people start getting there and stuff, it's like usually like for us, it's like people that we want to spend time with,
right? People
that we might not have seen for a while or whatever, and I want to sit and not always just have to sit and babysit something on the grill, but like get to be and interact a little bit and stuff. And like for us too, like, man, all your guys' birthdays is during the winter and stuff, so you can't just sit out by the grill the whole time. Like same thing with, you know, our daughter, like her birthday isn't coming up here in a week, and like, you know, if we have a party or friends, whatever, like family comes over, it's like I can't just sit outside because it's damn cold out, right?
Yeah.
So one, like, know what you're gonna cook. Like, have an idea. Don't plan it out the morning of. Yeah. And then number 2, like, make sure you got plenty of fuel. Whatever you're cooking with, like,
make sure you have fuel. That's the number one tip. You don't want to run out in the middle of the party or whatever you're cooking. So that's great advice. If you're just starting out, even if you haven't, like if you need a reminder, there's your reminder. Make sure you always have enough fuel for whatever you're cooking to make sure that you can get through the cook. But that's great advice, man. All right. Well, you got anything coming up this
I
week
do,
that you're
I do.
planning?
I'm pumped. So it's Valentine's Day this week.
Is it really?
It is. Yeah.
Okay.
Another day off. Like another day. Where
I
the
know
kids
you like
just
to take
have,
that day off, and then President's Day is
President's
coming
Day,
up.
naturally.
Yeah.
So then I get a 4-day weekend.
That's right. Yeah.
You know, Friday
right.
and Monday.
Yeah.
So it's you
Yeah.
know.
I know you. You told me about it. You told me make sure to tell me about that all the time. Hey, I
do.
got another couple days off coming up. You know?
I mean, I don't make the holidays, Greg. I just celebrate them. It's a T-shirt. You know? But no, man, I picked up a pack of drumsticks, chicken drumsticks.
Chicken drumsticks.
I've been seeing a ton of people butterfly them,
Oh yeah.
so I wanted to try that.
What about lollipopping them? Have you seen that too? I
you
think
know,
people had kind of maybe it was last year because you always see like the lollipopping them where they take the skin off. So you have just a bone to handle, and then they.
Yeah, but then they cut like a bunch of the meat off. Too.
Yeah,
I'm not
they
here
do.
for that.
Yeah, I don't know what they do.
Cooking up the
but,
meat,
but yeah.
so I want to see. Yeah, I want to try and like butterfly them open a little bit, and play with that one.
Okay.
So that's
Nice.
kind of I just picked up, dude. They had them at the store the other day. It was like $4.
Really?
Yeah,
That's a good deal.
$4. And then I saw there were some spiral hams on sale.
Yeah, we're good. Okay.
Dude, these were up to like $34, $36,
Mm.
and it said 20% off, and the price was $13.76. I'm like, I'm not great
Yeah.
with math, but 20% seems not correct.
You're right.
So
Well, they're trying to move them.
well, it worked.
Yeah.
I bought one.
You bought one.
Yep. So it's in the
Gotcha.
freezer. Good. Fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Got me again.
Good, man. That's good.
So
I'm interested to hear your process about butterflying those chicken.
yeah, I've
Drumsticks.
got to watch some more videos and like the kind of the process on that. So I haven't done that.
Mhm.
I'm a big fan, man. Like my wife doesn't really like the skin on it. It's like I always pull the skin off and cut it off.
Okay.
Like I pull it
Of the drums?
of the drums.
Really? Okay.
Yep. So
Before you cook?
before cooking.
Wow.
Yeah, I
okay.
don't do it with the skin on at all. I've done it with like my mom and dad now too, and they're like, "Wow, this is
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot better." So, so I'm gonna try that. I've been looking at too. I've seen like this white sauce
Mm-hmm.
barbecue. So I was like, all right, well, maybe I'll do that. It pairs really well with chicken and stuff. I'm sure it's
Yeah, for sure.
mayonnaise, ranch, sour cream, whatever. So,
Duke's mayo.
delicious. Yeah. So I might try something like that. I also got these packs of it's like your brownie mix, but then you drop like cookie dough in like throughout and stuff. So I might try that on the
Use that in a cast iron? Or a tin?
I haven't decided. I might do a tin. Cast iron wouldn't be bad.
Yeah.
I might do the. That's not a bad idea because I was looking at like the size of the pans that they used, and so for one, like if I use like the pans that I have, it'd be literally like a half-inch thick. So it's like, I wanted to make sure it's like a
nice.
brownie. So maybe like the cast iron wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah, I did the brownie in that one. It worked out great. I just
Yeah.
recommend make sure you butter it a little bit and then maybe a little bit of flour. So
You put flour down too.
Yeah, just so it doesn't stick or anything like that. So you're not like burning the chocolate or whatever.
Yeah.
So.
I was gonna do this kind of in the vertical.
Oh yeah, the smoker.
Yeah, so nice and slow and just so like I said, Valentine's Day is Friday.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll do that because I was like, well, if I do it in one of the tin pans, I'm gonna have to use like both boxes for sure. Which I was like, that's a lot. I don't know if I really need that much. But I also might. We'll see. So, yeah, man. So just kind of playing a little bit, getting back into it. We're supposed to get dumped on with snow here.
Yeah, it's gonna be at least what they're saying, 4 to 9 inches. Who knows? Could miss us
like
too.
7 to 12. Yeah.
Really?
It's,
Okay.
Bring it on.
Interesting.
We haven't had snow in a while now, so
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to just kind of getting out and playing. Like Mondays and Tuesday nights are busy for us, but then like Wednesdays usually it's solid. Our kids kind of go to like an after school program those days, which is great. So then it's like, dude, I'm here. I don't have to leave to go get them. I can start grilling and just let it ride. So probably do the drums on Wednesday, I think. And then, like I said, do the brownie maybe on Friday there.
Okay. Nice, man. I really don't have anything planned right now, so we'll see where the week takes us. So maybe if the kids have school, like a snow day or something like that, maybe I'll take some time to get out and shovel and then bust out the grill. But who knows? But yeah, so that's
might be a good week for chili, man.
Man,
with it being like cold like that.
I got some of those venison roasts. I might bust some of those out, maybe chop them up and see what happens. or maybe I'll throw them on a smoker. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll play around with that maybe.
Yeah. I've been thinking about white chicken chili a lot lately too. So it could be a solid weekend for that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, now football's done, Greg, and I can't tell you that it should have been the Lions. I'll tell you,
I saw somebody with a Post-it put like the Lions over the Eagles name on the TV.
Keep trying.
Yeah.
Keep trying. Oh.
Yeah. But I mean, the Packers gave the Eagles a little bit more of a game than
That's what I'm saying, man.
than the old Chiefs. But who knows? What do we know?
Nothing. We're just a couple guys in the basement talking about it.
Right. But all right, man. Well, let's pick a winner here. What are we giving away this month?
What are we in?
We're still in February.
Yeah. So
we
we're
do
doing
spicy.
Spicy. Yeah.
Yeah. So the spicy seasoning.
Yep.
Great. I just use those on the wings, man.
Yeah. Use it in chili.
Use it in chili. Use it on your chicken.
Mm-hmm.
You know, put it on your eggs. Put it on your steak.
I might maybe I'll use some on the drumsticks coming up here.
Yeah, it's pulling up our customer list here. So if you want to be included in these giveaways that we're doing each week, go over to burnpitbbq.com and you can go ahead and subscribe to our newsletter. Sign up to be a subscriber, and then it's free, totally free. You can unsubscribe at any time, but in order to be included in these giveaways, you got to be subscribed. So if you unsubscribe, you're no longer included. So, but we're giving away something each week. So just as a thank you again to people that continue to listen and follow us and support the business. So let's see here. All right. All right. Jack. I got Jack here.
Nice. Congratulations, Jack.
Congrats, Jack. I got your email. I'll have to reach out and get your address so we can send you something. You've been subscribed since the 31st, so we appreciate it. Newer one. But yeah, again, we appreciate everybody listening, subscribing, watching on YouTube. Now that we're putting these out on YouTube. But yeah, that's all I got, man.
That's all I got. All right. Yeah. Well, we know the snow's coming, but don't let that stop you. Get out and grill.
I've been seeing a lot of people doing it. A lot of people getting out,
Yeah, heck yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's been nice. I had a guy just gave me some homemade sausages the other day and stuff. So
wow.
Yeah,
it's funny. I didn't see any. You didn't bring any with you. That's funny.
I forgot.
Okay.
So
strategically.
I had them ready.
Just kidding.
To bring.
I was kidding, man.
But
it's always great when people random people give you meat, right?
Yeah. He was telling me about him. Yeah, his daughter plays on the same team as my daughter. And stuff.
Nice.
And he was telling me kind of his process. I was asking him about it and stuff. And dude, he was telling me that he went up north. A bunch of Amish went up to the Amish people up there, and he did a cow and a pig. Really? Yeah, he said it was like a 200-pound pig, and the cow was smaller.
Okay. Wow.
And he shot 2 deer this year. Like, God dang, man.
There you go. Stock up the freezer.
Yeah, your freezer's packed. Like,
good to go, man.
Coming over.
Well, all right, man. Well, good luck with your cooks this week. And we appreciate everybody listening and checking in. But we'll talk to you next week.
All right, take it easy.
Cheers.